A lonely young boy, still haunted by his mother's death, finds himself dangerously drawn to his beautiful stepmother, a desire that soon spirals into an obsession he can no longer control. Hello friends, welcome to Fine Frames. As the story begins, we see a boy named Hallam who, after his mother's death, had become lonely and depressed. Hallam's mother had died 2 years earlier by drowning in the lake near their house. But Hallam believed that his stepmother had killed his mother, and that his father had also supported his stepmother, because she was once his father's secretary. After his mother's death, Hallam's father married that same secretary. Hallam didn't have a good relationship with his father either, and he didn't want to live with his father and stepmother. So, he spent all his time alone in his treehouse built in the forest near their house. There, he developed the habit of spying on people who came into the forest, using binoculars and writing about them in his diary. He would also write his personal thoughts in that diary. One day, Hallam's stepmother reads his diary. In it, he had written about the people he spied on, and also about the beauty of his stepmother. After reading this, his stepmother goes to his treehouse and seduces him. Hallam cannot control himself and they become close. After this, his stepmother blackmails him and sends him away to another city, so that Hallam cannot turn his father against her and create distance between them. Hallam then arrives in an unknown city alone. He has no food, no money, and no place to stay. So, he spends the night on the roof of a building with an empty stomach. The next morning, Hallam sees a woman on the street named Kate. Kate looks very similar to Hallam's late mother. On seeing her face, Hallam immediately feels like she is his mother. He follows Kate and sees her entering a hotel. Hallam goes inside as well and learns that Kate is the manager of that hotel. Hallam approaches Kate and asks her if there is any work available. After asking him some questions, Kate hires him in the hotel kitchen. Hallam badly needed a job, so he accepts it and starts working diligently. After finishing his work, Hallam starts following Kate, observing her entire routine, where she goes, what she does, and even watching her house. Hallam does all this because he has started liking her. One day, when Kate doesn't come to work and is away, Hallam sneaks into her house. Looking outside the window, he sees a clock tower. He realizes that from the clock tower, Kate's house could be clearly visible. Since Hallam worked just under the clock tower, he goes up. But when Kate suddenly comes into the room, Hallam quickly climbs out the window and onto the roof. From there, through the skylight, he starts spying on Kate. Hallam, who had been sleeping in a small hotel room, the very next day shifts into a hidden room in the clock tower where nobody came. From there, using binoculars, he could keep a close eye on Kate. Every day, Hallam secretly watches Kate through the skylight, seeing her dance, work, and live her life. One day, while spying, Hallam sees Kate's senior officer from the hotel at her house. They are having fun together. The next day, when Hallam is climbing the stairs to the clock tower, the same senior stops him angrily and says, "You cannot go up there. Only senior staff are allowed." Later, when Hallam is working in the kitchen, Kate comes to him and asks how he feels about the job. Hallam says he enjoys it, which makes Kate happy. That night, Hallam again spies from the roof and sees Kate with her senior. By overhearing their conversation, he learns that the senior is married and has 2 children, meaning he is having an affair with Kate. Knowing this, Hallam feels memories of his mother come rushing in. He starts to believe that his father and stepmother also had an affair long before, and when his mother found out, she must have gone to confront the stepmother. That's when the stepmother killed her so she could be with his father. Hallam becomes convinced that his father and stepmother together murdered his mother. So he goes to the police station and files a case, accusing his stepmother of killing his mother, also telling the officer that his father never supported him. The next day, Kate calls Hallam to her office and offers him a front desk job at the hotel. Hallam accepts, starts the work, and enjoys it. He even makes a friend. One day, while spying again, his senior catches him and realizes Hallam has been watching Kate from the tower. Angry, he threatens to have Hallam arrested and fired. But Hallam counters by saying he knows about the affair and that the senior is cheating on his wife. Hallam tries to blackmail him so the senior doesn't fire him, and they both agree to keep things secret. On Hallam's birthday, Kate wishes him. His coworker friend also learns that Hallam just turned 19 and asks him for a party. Kate too suggests celebrating, so they plan to go to a bar that night. At the bar, Hallam, his friend, and Kate drink together. Hallam's friend gets too drunk and leaves, while Hallam and Kate continue drinking late into the night. Since it's very late, Kate takes Hallam to her house. Intoxicated, she tries to get close to Hallam, but he refuses. They go to bed without doing anything. Hallam lies next to her, thinking how he used to secretly watch her, and now he is sleeping beside her,
Hallam asks
which
Kate
makes
out on
him
a
feel
date.
good. But she refuses, telling him to forget what happened last night as it was just because of alcohol. Hallam feels sad and leaves. Later, he is called to a hotel room where Kate is waiting. This time, she gets close to him, and they become intimate. Now Hallam enjoys being with Kate, and Kate too is happy with him. One day, while spying from the roof, Hallam sees Kate arguing with her senior. The senior yells angrily and tries to hit Kate. Hallam, furious, breaks through the skylight glass and jumps into the room to stop him. But the senior hits Hallam and exposes him, telling Kate that Hallam had been spying on her every day from the tower. Hearing this, Kate first throws the senior out but then questions Hallam, asking if it was true and since when. Hallam admits that from the first day he saw her, he had been watching her, but for a reason. This angers Kate, and she refuses to listen further. She tells him to leave and also fires him from the job. The next day, while Kate is returning from work, she sees Hallam sitting outside the hotel. Feeling pity, she takes him to her house. When she asks why he had been watching her, Hallam explains, "My mother died 2 years ago. I loved her very much, and I could never recover from that loss. After her death, my father remarried, but I hated my stepmother. I stopped living at home and moved into the treehouse near the forest, where I began spying on people with binoculars. Over time, it became a habit. When I came to the city and saw you, you reminded me of my mother. That's why I watched you." Hearing this, Kate feels sorry for him. Kate then wears Hallam's mother's dress, which he had brought with him. When Hallam sees her wearing it, he remembers his mother and breaks down crying. Hallam's parents come to meet him at the hotel, having learned his location from the police station, since he had filed a case against his stepmother. But without evidence, no action was taken against her. His father tells Hallam they are in heavy debt and need to sell some land to repay it. For this, he asks Hallam to sign the will that his late mother had left in his name. Hallam fears this is a trap by his stepmother and refuses to sign. Angrily, his stepmother insults him, and they leave. That night, Hallam remembers his stepmother saying that his mother's death was an accident and he should forget it. Overcome with rage, he takes the train back home the next day. Quietly entering the house, Hallam ties up his stepmother, covers her mouth, and drags her to the lake, throwing her into the water. But as she starts drowning, Hallam realizes he is making a terrible mistake. He rescues her from the water and apologizes. His stepmother then leaves. At that moment, Hallam's father arrives and finally reveals the truth, that Hallam's mother had long been depressed and had taken her own life. Realizing his mistake, Hallam apologizes to his father for his behavior. Hallam then takes the train back to Kate, but she refuses to meet him. She tells him that relationships have never worked out for her, and she doesn't want to be with anyone right now. She tells him to come back after some years if he still wants to be with her, because he is too young now. Hallam leaves, walking down the road with a smile, thinking to himself that one day he will meet Kate again. And with this, the movie ends. Friends, thank you so much for watching till the end. Please like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel with the bell icon, so you don't miss the upcoming videos. See you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye, take care.